right.
Oh yeah, thanks you guys. I
Cool.
appreciate
Yeah.
you taking the time to have me on here.
I think it's pretty cool what you guys are doing. Very good questions and what a lot of research.
This is cool.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate you guys asking me to be a part of this.
That was too cool, bro. And I was between shifts. I'm between shifts right now. I think I'm gonna be between shifts the rest of my life.
We're ready.
Welcome back to the Between Shifts podcast. Our guest today is an avid surfer, outdoorsman, and world traveler who's built his life around adventure and education. From teaching kindergarten to launching his own youth programs, he's created spaces where kids can explore, grow, and connect with nature. He now runs Coastal Adventures, an after-school and summer program that helps children experience the magic of the outdoors in a safe and fun manner. Please welcome our friend, Jon Lowings.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
Very much, yeah.
John brought us a fun photo. I don't know if you can see it. But it's me, Chase, and Hayden at one of the first upgrade
Yeah,
camps.
yeah.
Pretty fun.
I love that you were able to remember where that was and some detail about it too, because I always wonder, like, I show these kids such great experiences and places, and I wonder what they remember and what they bring home and stuff. You know?
Are they going to go drink their first beer there?
Parties there?
I can't say I've ever been back to that spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was there probably about 2 months ago. I paddleboarded from Martin's Beach and then went around that cove. And right around that cove to Tenitas, if there's a lot of rain, there's an incredible waterfall that happens down there. And I beached my stand-up paddleboard and just sat underneath that waterfall, and it was unbelievable. It was so pretty, and just watching it come down from a couple hundred feet. So it was real neat.
Where is that?
That is on the north side of Tenitas.
Okay. Yeah.
There's like a little finger that jets out.
Yeah.
And a quick little funny story. I brought my daughter there when she was like maybe 5-6 years old, and we were sitting on that spot. Is that better?
There you go. Yeah.
There we go. Little mic adjustment. We were sitting on that spot, and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm going to jump in." And all of a sudden she just jumps in and like swims into this big cave. And my buddy and I, with his daughter, were like, what the hell is she doing? It's so crazy. She goes in this big cave, gone for a few minutes, swims back out, scampers back up, and she's like 6 years old. I'm like, that's so crazy. And then we're on the beach, and she comes up to me, she's like, "Dad, I had to take a shit real bad." So she like went crazy off that thing and like swam in there and just took a poop in the cave and came back out.
Like,
so
I thought this was like raw, natural, like adrenaline talent.
no, it was raw, natural.
It's a little bit of both.
Raw, natural, but just I had to go.
That's
to go.
awesome.
So it's Tenitas is a fantastic beach. That's the north end. On the south end, there's a giant, maybe 100-yard, 200-yard long tunnel that you can go through and then get over to San Gregorio side, which is unbelievable. So
That is it's crazy what they're doing there. Have you seen the plans for it where they're putting in like an amphitheater?
Yeah.
And it's going to have a ranger station.
Yep.
No more Tenitas parties.
Yeah.
No, dude,
Those were fun parties.
they were fun parties, but no more.
Yeah, it was a blessing of a good thing with those Tenitas parties, because it ended up being real bad for the beach. There's a period of like 4 or 5 years where I would not go down to that beach because of the amount of trash and human shit on that beach.
Yeah. Doesn't help that you could camp down there too.
Yep. It was just shit creek and just disgusting down there, and I refused to go down there because every time I went down there it was just so gross. But before that, it was one of our top beaches to go down with kids, because the beach is super flat and incredibly beautiful and just so majestic.
It's going to get really busy with the parking lot, the amphitheater. I don't know. Are we going to have shows at this amphitheater? Like, what's...
No, I think it's more for like field trips type of deal.
Yeah, that would make sense. Don't eat us.
Don't eat us.
There's a reason that has that nickname.
We were down there a few months ago. surfing down there, and the trail that they just built had already washed out. So
Really?
I don't know who's engineering that. They messed up. It's like,
James.
yeah. So I actually just scored really good waves down there. Probably one of the best surf I've had down there this fall. So it was amazing.
Nice. Have you seen any of the sharks around lately?
Nope. Just 2 sharks in my life. 2 definite sharks in my life. And I think that's probably enough for me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll start this going. Simple. Where did you grow up?
Yeah, bounced around quite a bit. My dad was an engineer for a big company named Fluor. He was a mining engineer, so started off here in Half Moon Bay, moved to Paris, moved back to here, and then moved to Australia, and then back here.
Paris, California?
No, Paris, France. Yeah. Moved to France for a couple years when I was 5 to 7-ish. Wow. Hated Paris. Remember stepping in a lot of dog poop, having my favorite bike stolen, a lot of cement, a lot of going to chateaus that were super boring and castles that were super boring for a 5-year-old. Didn't like Paris too much. Absolutely loved Australia. Just the people were amazing. Just that's where I got into surfing when I was, 10, 11 years old. Really felt the vibe with the people there because they're so outdoorsy.
What part of Australia were you living?
Yeah, we're probably about an hour away from Melbourne. In a small town called Black Rock, which was really close to another town called Half Moon Bay, coincidentally. Just great people. It was a good experience, and it was the first time where I came across my best friend, Rowan Shaw. He was kind of a tougher kid and came up from a tougher background, and it was the first time I had experience of like non-nurturing parents. His parents were all rough, and kind of made me appreciate my own parents.
Definitely.
Then after Australia, back here,
and have lived here since. Just spent some time in San Luis Obispo for school, and just back here since. And this is going to be my forever home.
Wow. Yeah.
So
what kind of kid were you? Were you always outside, or were you more of a homebody?
Yeah, absolutely. Outside for sure. We were just outside 90% of the time. I learned real quick if I was home, I'd be working for my dad a little bit. He'd be putting some chores in, whatever. It was kind of free range childhood where you can go out and do anything you want. Back in the States, my parents had this equation of buying old rundown places, fixing them up, and then selling them again, which was real interesting because we'd always start with like a, old shitty house, and they'd fix it up, and new areas, new exploration, new things to do, new friends, which was real cool. So I've lived everywhere on the coast.
Where was your favorite spot on the coast?
Right now it's my house, but I absolutely loved living next to the Fitzgerald Marine Reserve. I lived on Terrace Avenue in there, and our road just backed up into Fitzgerald Marine Reserve, and we would have, like I said, free range of that area. We would climb the cliffs. We would be swimming in the tide pools. We'd be climbing trees. It was an incredible group of friends. We had, great forts in the riparian corridor in that creek down there. It was just unbelievable. You just leave and you get home dark, and that was it.
The Strand Creek, the one that comes out there. That's I grew up on Arbor Lane. Okay, so just same thing. Yeah, lots of forts in that area.
100% fort. I love bringing my kids there. My after school program kid. Those trees up there are unbelievable. It's so pretty. So pretty up there. So definitely outside a lot. Just enjoying nature.
I think it's funny how when you're a kid, it's like how you said it, how you've lived everywhere on the coast, and there's, you know, Montera, Moss Beach, El Granada, Half Moon Bay. Growing up, like, it's all one, you know, but when you're a kid and, like, you're confined to, like, you know, a couple blocks of friends, it's like, it's a big deal.
Yeah, 100%. It's a little territorial a little bit, you know. These kids coming over here.
Yeah, I'm
right?
like, no, I'm West Side Moss Beach. Like, where are you from?
Yeah. It's important distinction, West Side from East Side, by the way. Moss Beach.
Oh yeah, huge.
Still territorial.
Yeah. So definitely outside.
Cool. Well, was there a specific reason in your early years that helped shape a lot of your passions that you carry today?
Just being outside, the love with the ocean, enjoying life, being with people that I love. So, I think that's kind of where my passion is and where my focus is right now. So,
where did you get your entrepreneur spirit? Because I mean, if your dad was an engineer, he typically had a stable job.
100%, and that was from my dad. He was a true company man. When we moved to Australia, he moved there a month plus beforehand. We didn't see him for a long time. He was a company man. He was working long days. He was going down that route, and I don't think he was happy, but all of a sudden he quit that job and started Old Time Inn Bed and Breakfast on Main Street. He absolutely loves talking to people, showing foreigners the area. So he bought a old rundown Victorian, fixed it up, and started the Old Time Inn Bed and Breakfast. And I think that's where I get it from as well. Just him as a role model. He wasn't happy, changed, and now he's super happy. So I think that's where I got it from.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Did you have any jobs growing up, or did selling hot cocoa at Pumpkin Festival with Matt Hogan pay the bills?
Not with Matt Hogan. I did have back on selling hot cocoa at Pumpkin Festival. We had Old Time Inn, which was on the main street, and there was another high school guy that his family left, and he was living with us. He's your dad's age, Dave Zitko, and we decided to do a lemonade stand at But we had the market. It was unbelievable. We made so much lemonade, and a quick little funny story is we didn't have a way to make hundreds of gallons of lemonade, so we cleaned out my parents' trash can. Phil bought every single frozen lemonade in all of Half Moon Bay, poured it in this trash can, and they were like, okay, how are we going to stir this thing? It's like, okay. So we cleaned our arms and used our arms as a giant stir. And then we go back there and get pitchers of lemonade, and we sold so much. It was crazy. In a weekend for 2 high school students, I think we pulled in at least $2,000 each. It was so crazy.
You got to give David some tips, man. We were trying to sell something, lemonade stand, for his punishment for losing the mountain bike race. We ended up just giving it all away. Yeah.
Location.
We were on the side of Highway 1 at the jetty.
Yeah. You got to get a couple cute little girls. That's what you got to do.
Have Claire and Emily work it.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's funny. That question came from my dad. I told him that we were interviewing you, and he's like, you got to ask him about the Pumpkin Festival hot cocoa.
That's so funny. It's so funny. And then we also had the 49er game going on during that time. So we had our own niche market of 49er fans that were like, okay, we want to listen to the game and watch the game, but how can we do that? So they're buying all lemonade, and it was funny.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then
ended up working at the Anchorage, which I absolutely hated. I went to go quit, and they fired me on the same day, which worked out great. I was 15 years old, too young for a job. That was a horrible job.
What was the Anchorage?
Anchorage was the restaurant before Sam's.
Okay.
There was Ida's there, the Anchorage, Then there was some funky sushi burger joint, and then Sam's took over. And after that, did the old Surfer Chart House stint, and that was super fun.
Were you working there at the same time as PJ?
No, I was not. He was not there.
Okay.
So
Oh, did PJ work the Anchorage as well?
No, Chart House.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, Chart House stint. Yeah, I did that for a couple years as well.
Nice. So where did you go to high school and then college?
High school here in Half Moon Bay. That was a good experience. And then went down to Cal Poly, which was fantastic. My grades in high school weren't that great, but I always seemed to find a way in, especially with my sister's help. So we looked for the least impacted major, and we found that poultry sciences, you didn't need great grades or an SAT score to get in. So I applied as a poultry scientist for Cal Poly and got in there. And you have to do 1 quarter and then change your major. And I went to the department dean, and I'd been surfing a ton. I just had this crazy redneck rash and bright sunburn and red blonde hair. And the department dean of poultry's like, so what got you into poultry? And I said, I had no idea what poultry was. And I'm like, I like pheasant hunting with my dad. And he's like, so the wild poultry department, huh? I'm like, yeah. He's like, he's signing. He's like, all right, get out of there. I had no idea what I really wanted to do, and I knew I wanted to be outdoors, so I thought I wanted to be a fish and game warden. So I went into the natural department of forestry, took a couple classes, decided I hated that, had no idea. And then I looked through the curriculum and the text and saw this one book, which was called How to Shit in the Woods. I'm like, that looks fantastic.
Great book.
Yeah, it was backcountry ethics. And I'm like, I wanted to try this class. So took that, and it turned out to be a whitewater rafting in canoes down the Kern River.
Awesome.
Down a class 3-4 rapids, and whitewater rafting 3-4 is not that bad in a big raft, but on a canoe it's pretty tough. And we did a couple days down that, and I'm like, this is where I want to be.
Did you do any good fishing on the Kerner?
I'm not a big I can't say that. I did not do a lot of big fishing on that. I am fishing by association. My best friend growing up was Marcus Barrow, and he was a big fisherman. His dad has a commercial fisher boat here, and he would always yank me out on the boats. And I kind of embarrassed to say, but I do get seasick. And there's a couple times when I'm out in the boat, I'm like, either you bring me in now or I'm jumping in and swimming. And that's the only time I do fishing is that. So I did not do that much fishing on there.
Yep. Well, would you say that's what kind of led you to choose the recreation administration major at Cal Poly?
Absolutely. It was. I had no idea. I was bouncing around. Poultry wasn't it. Being a game warden wasn't it. Found my niche with the people and the classes, and just that's where I kind of took the love for recreation administration. Was that first class. It was unbelievable. I'm like, this is what I want to be. The people were so cool, so fun.
And you're getting credits for rafting down the river.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
And then that was just, I had so many other amazing classes. It's, I feel like our education system's backwards, where like the highlight of my education was at the end. It should be at the beginning, right? It's like, I look forward to going to these classes like wilderness survival, travel and tourism, aging and leisure, just like, and the professors were unreal. They were so good. So, that's where I kind of like, I want to have fun. So, yeah.
And then your first role, I'm not sure if this is your first job after college, but you were after school director at Kings Mountain. And I mean, how did that come about, and what do you remember from that?
Yeah, that was a fantastic job. Kings Mountain Elementary School up on Skyline is an amazing school. It has anywhere from 50 to 70 students. It's a real tight community school. It's a beautiful, perfect, ideal for a school in my idea. Yeah, it was incredible. I was doing an internship at Marin Headlands, and then I got back and I had no plan, and then my mom showed me a job posting in Half Moon Bay Review for a after school director, and I went up there and applied and got the job. I after school, I mean after Cal Poly, I really had no idea, like no direction of where to go, and my mom showed me, and I'm like, perfect. Went up there, and I'm like, this is where I want to be. Applied, got the job. Went back a week later. It's kind of awkward. Went back there a week later because the current after-school director, this guy named Matt, I guess he was a real jerk. He was fired on the same day that I got there to take over his job, and we like passed each other. When I first got there, he was like, you know, kind of friendly to me, and then when we were leaving, he wouldn't even look at me. It was real awkward. I'm like, oh, so I don't know what happened, but yeah, he turned that after school program kind of. The parents were not happy with him. He was kind of real rude to the kids and real mean to the kids. And when I took it over, there were like 4 or 5 loyal kids that were still going because the families really needed after school care. And then I turned that into like 30, 40 kids. Damn. So over half the school ended up coming there, and it was a great program, great experience.
How long did you do that for?
I did that for about 10 years, and then I had this wild idea that I wanted to become a teacher. And when I was doing the after-school program, I was still going to I was working for the school district, and they created the job for me, so I needed early child education units. So I was doing school as well as working, and then I got that going, and then I wanted to become a teacher, so I went back to school and getting my teaching credential while working, which was long days. Became a kindergarten teacher, which was okay. It made me realize that the school system is kind of broken right now. I had the first year I had 11 kids and a teacher's aide, and this teacher aide was fantastic. Her name was Barbie, and she taught me more than I learned in any school. She was unbelievable. She was so good. And we had a great time together. But I had 11 kids, a teacher aide, and it was still tough, you know. Yeah. And then the next year I had 15 kids, and I'm sitting there kind of not disciplining, but correcting boys' behavior. Sit down, stop fidgeting. And I'm standing up and I'm fidgeting. Even right now, our education system's kind of broken, especially for the boys. So.
Well, and I mean, so how many years did you teach kindergarten? And I mean, how did I got to imagine that stepping into the classroom definitely helped what you do now. And I mean, you probably learned a lot, especially just working with kids.
For sure. I taught kindergarten for 2 years.
Okay.
That's when I started my coastal adventures. I bought myself a van, and during the summers, that's when I would do my adventures. And then for kindergarten, I did have a great principal, and I'm like, hey, this Friday I want to take these 11 kids. I'll go someplace, and I would have to write like a quick little educational purpose why we're going on a field trip. And I'd like every weekend I'm like taking these kids out and incredible trips for them, and I'm like, this is what I want to do full time. Like, yeah. This is what I want to do. As far as how the teaching experience helped me direct where I want to go, it's pretty much having fun with kids. I did not want to be in a classroom setting. I feel like, once again, the structure of our education is broken, and it needs some refinement. So
Yeah. So I guess originally it's Coastal Adventures, right?
yes, that's correct.
Originally it was named Upgrade.
Yes.
And
yes.
Can you tell us a little bit behind the vision with starting that, some of the struggles with starting that? Can you just tell us the story behind that?
Yeah, the first couple of years were not easy. So I was teaching, and my really good friend Heather DeWeird reached out and said, "Hey, I'm teaching, you're teaching. Let's stop teaching and do an after school only program." And we came up with the name Upgrade because it was going to be an after school tutoring program with adventure on the side. That's why you up your grade. And it's not a typical after school program. Most after school programs are on campus. So, you go from your class straight over. Ours is, we have a warehouse in Princeton, so we'd have to pick up the kids and bring them over there. And it took a lot. It took many months for people to get interested in it. And we were like, that's why we have a picture of you there. We're like, let's just get kids in there. Let's just like open it up to everybody and anybody. Let's get kids in there. So we started like, handing out flyers, telling my sister, like, bring Chase and all of his friends, let's start doing this. It took us a while to get going, and it was tough. We had two kids, Joey and Gracie Garcia, for the first few months, and it was like, great hanging out with those guys, but it was like, oh my gosh, okay. And then Fridays would be our big days, because that would be the day that we would go up and pick up clientele from Kings Mountain Elementary School, where I already had connection. We each started with $10,000 to start the business, and then after three months, I had to go and ask money from my dad, like, hey, we have this vision, it's gonna work. It's not working as fast as we wanted, so we had to go and borrow some more money, and it took a while. But once that ball started going, people started catching on, and they're like, this is fantastic.
Did it evolve into you kind of on Fridays going like Kings Mountain, then picking up other kids at Hatch, and then El Granada School? Like, did you start getting all the elementary school kids in the area?
Yeah,
eventually?
We would pick up anybody we wanted. She bought a minivan, and I had my big gray van from summer camps. So we split up, and it would be Farallon View kind of got the first interest. Farallon View and Hatch would be the first interest, and that was just mainly because of the families that we knew.
Yeah.
That was a steep interest from your pops, huh?
Yeah. yeah.
So running summer camps and after school programs, I mean, what's your favorite part of it? And any just classic stories, any good funny moments, unexpected?
Yeah, for sure. My favorite moments, like today, it was unbelievable. I got this new child, and obviously he hasn't been to the beach that much, which blows me away. Half my group this week haven't hauled crabs, which blows me away. Today he's like, look at all the sea urchins. I'm like, no, that's seaweed. and I had this other boy where today we went down to Bean Hollow, and there's a spot called the bowling alley, and we call it the bowling alley because it's just this narrow slit in the rocks where the waves come in and knock the kids down, and it pulls them back out again. It's so fun on the right day. But there's like a 4 or 5 foot, jump into the bowling alley. And we had this one boy that been sitting up there for over an hour, and his buddies were doing it. And he finally got up the courage and just jumped and did it. And all the people are like cheering. It's like, it's unbelievable. We live in such a magical place, and to share that with kids and look about them and see each pod of kids having a great time, loving nature like you do, it just, it's so incredible. So incredible. So,
and do you make a point? I mean, are you like taking photos of the kids doing this, sending it to the parents, and being like, because I feel like that's a huge part, especially with how easy that is to do nowadays, and to show the parents like, look at how much fun they're having in nature, like no phones.
100%. I should, but I don't. I even bought, there's like a little tablet where you can instantly load up your pictures. And I feel like it's, I need to, but it takes away from my experience, which it sounds really dumb, but I need to take more pictures because these stories in these locations and these experience with a lot of these kids are not getting sent home with them. The kids aren't talking about it. Their kids aren't really sharing about it. It's these places that we go are so incredibly beautiful, and what they're doing is so amazing. And I feel like they're not getting sent home. But I want these experiences for the kids.
Yeah.
Parents are byproduct.
Yeah,
for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds rude, but my main client is the kids and the kids' happiness.
Well,
that's awesome.
And that's what makes your after school / summer camp so special. I feel like is the fact that you are there to give these kids these experiences, and like you're saying, like you work with the kids, but also the parents. But your primary goal is to have the kids have a good time.
Yep.
And I think that's a really big picture to just kind of absorb.
100%. 100%.
Where's some of your favorite places now to take the kids for summer camp?
Bean Hollow is fantastic. Bean Hollow beaches are amazing. I never ever have any problems with beaches. Kids are so happy down there. They don't fight. They don't argue. They don't do anything. Beaches just are like the happy spot. Even when my kids used to fight, and they love fighting more than any other kids possible. We'd be cooking dinner, and they'd be fighting. I'm like, get in the car. We're going to the beach. We're going to the beach. Bean Hollow is amazing. Love that spot. Behind, if we're looking, I can tell you a bunch of the great beaches right now.
Mm-hmm. Do you usually go north end or south end Bean Hollow?
Both.
Okay. Yeah.
So Bean Hollow, if you're looking at the proper parking lot, if you go north, we call it the lazy river. There's like a long canal, and it turns into a river, and the kids jump off of that, float down, get sent out to sea, and then they just make circuits on that, which is super fun. That is great for crabbing, there's a couple little caves in there for them to crawl through as well. And then if you head south and you go up and over the knoll over there, that's where the bowling alley is, and that is amazing over there. That's where the kids that brought the kids there today, and they're doing the jumps today.
Yeah.
Has to be the right swell today. There was no swell. When there's a bigger swell, I'll jump in there with the kids, and it's so fun. You jump in there, you roll around, you knock everybody down, they get pulled back out again. It's just bowling alley. The kids are the pins, and I'm the ball.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I was just gonna ask you, how much prep does it take to know when you should go to a spot to take the kids? Like, obviously you have to check tides, you have to check swell, you have to check all these types of things. Like, how long does that normally take you?
This week, the boy that hasn't come before, the dad comes in, he's like, "Can I find the schedule online?" I'm like, "Nope." It literally is minute by minute.
Yeah.
Today, I'm lucky enough to bring the kids to Long Branch Saloon, and there's a couple girls that have been begging to go there, and I got a hold of Cassidy that runs the place. Today was the day to go there, so we went there first, and there's a couple scary stories that I tell there that the girls just been loving. One girl even made it's a story about the lady that lives there. Her name's Elizabeth. And a girl showed up today because she knew we were going there. She showed up with a little doll that she made of Elizabeth. And she's like, "You think Elizabeth will like my doll, Elizabeth?" I'm like, "She'll love that." So went there first. And then I told a couple other boys that they've been wanting to go to Bean Hollow so bad. I'm like, I'm not sure if we're going to make it to Bean Hollow. It literally is, I will look at the ocean, and that will dictate on where I go. Mm-hmm. For example, today, a couple other kids wanted to go to Pescadero Beach, but Pescadero is a big valley, and it draws in wind. So if it's a little bit windy, it'll be very windy there. Bean Hollow, you can get behind some of the cliffs. It's a little more wind protected. So today was a good day for Bean Hollow. tomorrow, I think it's going to be a little bit warmer. The lagoon will warm up, and then when the tide starts pulling out, that warm water will go out to the ocean, so the kids can start doing some rafting down the lagoon out through the creek.
Cool.
You still playing Cut the Feather?
Yeah, cut the cheese.
Oh, cut the cheese.
Yeah, for sure. Did
He
that
makes
today. It was a little windy, and the kids wanted to put wetsuits on today. I'm like, I'm not putting wetsuits on today. The ocean's flat. It's not worthy. You guys, yeah. So they got on their bathing suits, and we played that today.
Yeah.
And played cut the cheese, and somebody lost, and they were like, run in there.
Cut the cheese is he makes a little mound out of the sand and then puts a feather in the middle, and then everybody circles around. And each turn you have to cut a little bit out of the sand while the feather stays standing. And the person who makes the feather fall has to go and jump in.
Today was windy, and I was playing with the kids. And, if I lose, I'm going in.
Yeah.
And we had to adjust the game because as soon as you say done, it's the next person's turn. And if you say done, and if it falls, it's the next person's done. And I was cutting it, and the feather starts going. I'm like, done. Because I had all my clothes on and no bathing suit. And if I lost, I would have jumped in, though. I would have done it.
Yeah.
I would have done it. Yeah, for sure.
That's actually what I remember about Cut the Cheese was the first time we played it, nobody wanted to go in. And then I think you actually just kind of sabotaged and cut it on your own. You're like, I'm going in. And you jumped in.
Oh, my gosh. I got that game. I've been doing it so often. You can undermine it so you can, like, if somebody's behind me, the next person, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. You can undermine it. As soon as they touch it, the whole thing falls over.
Yeah. Well, can you tell us what a typical day in the life of Coastal Adventures is like now?
Yeah. So there's 2 different seasons. I got my summer season and my after school season. Summertime, long days with the kids. It's fantastic though because we get to go see different areas. I bring kids anywhere from Marin Headlands down to Santa Cruz, all the way over to yesterday we went to Coyote Park. So we got a big range of where we can go. New kids every week, which is most of the time great. Sometimes it's tough figuring out their personalities and their abilities is a big one.
What time are you starting? What time are
8:30.
you the kids?
We pick up at 8:30 and then we're done at 4.
How many kids are you?
Summertime's 20, and then after school is 18.
Okay.
Yeah. So summertime, we're going. These kids today. A girl came back. She'd slept from Bean Hollow all the way back, and then she also spent another hour sleeping in the van. Like everybody's tired. Kids are like puppies. They need to be run. They need to be out. They need to be doing things.
Yep.
They should not be inside. They should be out and doing things. And summertime is fantastic, but I'm beat. My son Sam's working with me. He's a football player. He works out twice a day. He comes home. He's like, I think I'm just gonna chill tonight. I'm gonna sit on the couch. I'm pretty dang tired. We are very active, playing keep away, wrestling around in the ocean. I'm very hands on with the kids as far as doing things with them. That's my gym. That's I get home and I'm pretty tired. You know? And then after school, we pick up the kids from the local schools, bring them to the center for a quick snack, and then we're done at 5:30. So it's pretty chill. Yeah. And it's nice because you get to know the kids really well. They get to know the program really well, the routines, the rituals. They get to know each other really well. So.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you're also helping kids kind of, I don't know, a lot of the times when I think of where I've tested my boundaries is out in nature and exploring. So it's kind of cool that you're able to push kids that wouldn't regularly be able to go out and find their limits and push past them like that.
Absolutely.
The kid jumping off the rock today.
Yeah,
great
100%.
example.
Just touching on that real quick. Years ago when I first started, we used to do like crazy stuff. Brought the kids down to Greyhound Rock. You know Greyhound Rock?
I don't know.
Greyhound Rock is the big rock just south of Waddell Beach. It goes way out there, and it looks like this big mound rock, and it's pretty far out there. There's a kind of a good big wave surf spot out there. It comes out anywhere from 30 to 50 feet out of the water. I had this. He was not an exchange student, but it was a friend from I think Japan or something, of another kid. First time in the States, brought him out to Greyhound Rock, and first time he saw the Pacific Ocean, and I'm like, let's jump off this. And it was unbelievable for him to watch the process of like, okay, I can do this, and ended up him jumping off this rock. You know, it was like 30, 40 feet high. First time he ever swam in the ocean, first time he ever did a jump, first time he ever did anything. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Yeah. I used to bring kids down there quite often, and I'm like, hey, does anybody want to jump? And they're like, no. And I'd planned it out, like I choreographed it where I'm like, hold these kids back here. I'm going to go. There's like a 2-layer system. There's like a 30 jump, and then you go above it. You can jump over the kids, and it'd be like 40, 45-foot jump. Nice. And I'm like, hold the kids here. And we're like, oh, do you want to jump? And they're like, nah, that's too crazy. And then I jumped over them, and I look up, and they're like all jumping up and down. It's like so crazy. That's so awesome. Fun. It's like a choreographed cliff jump with a crowd and a cheering afterwards.
Yeah.
At Long Branch today, do the kids love the slingshot?
Yeah. Almost as much as I do.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's so fun.
It's always fun.
Yeah, you got to be really in touch with your inner child still.
Yeah. Funny story was Kevin. I was babysat by Kevin Cameron.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Kevin was our favorite because he let us do a bunch of stuff. So I've been working with him, getting kids out there. I lead school groups out there. So I do big school groups. We'll get 70 kids out there, and I run them through a little Gold Rush program and do some authentic crafts out there. And so he and I bounced some ideas together about what should be out there for kids and stuff. And cool. Slingshots was one of them. He used to do archery in one of those things. And I'm like,
I think they still do it for like private events and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah, they have the axe throwing too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I tell a mean, scary story out there. I base it on how many kids cried. Today I had no criers. Kind of bummed.
All right. So you have a couple kids of your own.
Yes.
And you were doing all of this after school care in Kings Mountain and starting your own business probably around the same time you were having kids. But how has that shaped your philosophy when it comes to parenting and childhood development and just how you raise your own kids too?
Absolutely, yeah. My philosophy is real basic. There's 3 things that I'm very, very good at, and 3 things that are very, very important to me. 1 is being a good father. 2 is being a good husband. And number 3, having fun. It's one of these things that I would love to pass down to my kids, which is being a good father, being a good husband, which will make them have a great family. If you look at my parents, they're together. They pass down what it's like to have a good family, which is so important. My wife and I are so happily married. We have such great kids. My sister and her husband are so happily married, going to have such great kids. To pass that down is such a gift. It's incredible. I mean, look, Gavin, you have such a great connection with Claire. Your sister is already, it's like you guys have such these great relationships that are built from your parents as well. To pass that down is such an amazing thing. So that's why I'm so focused on being such a great dad and such a great husband. Those are the 2 most important things to me. So I put a lot of energy and effort into that. And once that is there, then I just want to have fun. Yeah. So that's my philosophy. I take that to work. I take that to everything else I do. If it doesn't fit into that category, which is being a great dad, being a great husband, and having fun, I'll put it on the sideline a little bit. It's like those are the most important things to me. That's what I take into running my business as well. Could the center be a little more clean? It looks great. parents are happy, the kids are happy. Could my website be a little bit better? Sure. Could my communication with the parents be a little bit better? Sure. But when you go through life, when you make decisions, you need to get a proper direction, a proper philosophy in mind, and stick with that, because there's going to be a lot of different influences, different decision making, different everything else like that. So
Big picture.
Yeah, big picture, and to be able to pass down to my daughter what a proper husband looks like is the most important thing. To pass down what a proper father to my son looks like is the most important thing, because that's going to carry it down to the next generation, next generation. So,
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because I know you're a good dad, because you reached out to me about when Claire was trying to make her decision about where to go to school.
yeah,
And you're like, can you just tell me a little bit about this
Yeah.
community college thing?
yeah.
I was like, hell yeah.
Well,
yeah.
and I also met Sam a couple.
Oh, that's
weeks
right.
back,
The night-
had a beer at the bar.
The night after
Great
we
kid.
recorded with Michelle.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
David,
for sure.
Sam, and I were at OPL together having a
yeah.
beer.
And I got to, once again, have to thank you about that. The CSM was the best decision for Claire. And you telling her, hey, you got to be involved somehow. So I did tell her that, and she joined like I mentioned, joined the swim team and the water polo team. She got this incredible group of friends, and it's been the best decision for her. It's been
Awesome.
such incredible experience for her.
Awesome. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
CSM
And-
wasn't quite right for me, but
Yeah.
So I'm glad she loved that.
She found an incredible group of rich friends. It's unbelievable how wealthy they are. Oh, yeah. She keeps sending me the pictures of all the places that she's going.
Hot tub here,
Oh.
jacuzzi there.
It's beyond that. It's beyond
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah.
crazy wealthy people that she's
Yeah.
friends with. I'm like,
That's funny.
hey, can I come along?
Yeah.
She
Do
went
their
to-
kids need after school
She
care?
went
They got any youngins?
totally. She went to a 7-story house on Donner Lake.
Whoa.
No way.
With
Whoa.
private.
Dude, the Donner houses are crazy.
Crazy. Private wakeboarding instructor on a boat for them.
What?
It's unbelievable.
That's
unbelievable.
nuts.
Yeah. So crazy. So
Wow.
crazy.
Well, tying it back to your coastal adventures, how has the program evolved over the years?
It hasn't too much. It hasn't too much. Once again, I go back on my beliefs, which is kids need undirected, unstructured activities for them to explore and do and just have a fun time. There's so much need for that for kids nowadays. Everything is structured, play dates, school, soccer, everything is so directed for them. They don't have enough free time where them explore, imagine, coordinate, cooperate, everything. So as far as how has it changed, I feel like it hasn't changed that much at all, which when Heather and I first started, we made a really good product. Unfortunately, she needed health benefits, and self-employed didn't provide that because her husband was a dog walker. So she had to leave, and then I carried it on. We had this vision at the beginning, and we're keeping to it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's, again, the magic of it, because you think about a lot of things nowadays, and everybody always talks about how they wish it was how it used to be, whereas you're keeping it how it used to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're just talking about unstructured playtime for kids, basically, and how you bring them to a spot and let them loose. And I mean, why do you think that's so important?
Because that's what we did when we were kids as well, right? To be able to come up with your own games, to be able to imagine scenarios, to be able to work together, to be able to cooperate together, to be able to find things to do is so important. There's so many benefits from it, from cognitive, social, physical. It's unlimited. It's just what kids need to be doing for part of their growth, and I feel like that's kind of missing with the kids nowadays. Everything is flashing, directed, organized. When I was younger, I would never say I'm bored. It was not part of our vocabulary. If kids don't have something planned for them, some screen to look at, they're bored all of a sudden. You know, it's boredom is a way of life nowadays. It seems like, oh, I'm bored. Okay, find something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you bring them places where they can find something to do.
100%. 100%. You get down to the beach or the woods, kids don't say I'm bored.
Yeah.
They don't say I'm bored.
Yeah.
There's always something to do.
How was the loss of the Moss Beach Bluffs, like Juliana and Valimar, where the houses are now?
Oh my gosh, that killed me. That
Dude,
was the worst one ever.
it's
Those trees
disgusting.
up there. Oh,
Those
gosh.
trees were perfect.
So perfect. That used to be once a week for us to
Yeah.
go down to those trees.
I remember you guys always showing up with the vans. My buddies and I would be being teenagers in the trees and hanging out, and you just hear the van door slide open and kids screaming, and you're like, oh, we should probably get out of here.
No, and then the blowhole trails got
Yeah.
kind of eroded a little bit. I don't know
Yeah.
if the kids aren't their ability is not there, or I'm just getting old. But that trail makes me nervous.
Yeah, it
we used
does.
to go down there all the time. Such great memories down there. Yeah.
And that tree, I'm not sure if you ever went up there, but that last tree where it got struck by lightning and it was like down sideways.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could just walk up the trunk
100%.
and you just had like this patio with now we can put a value to it because the house sold for $7.5 million. So
That's
you could just
crazy.
walk up this tree and just hang out with like
Yeah.
$7.5 million view.
Yeah.
That place is great down there.
Yeah,
So great down there.
it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
I never knew you were down there as a kid too. So I hope
Yeah.
I didn't. I didn't realize that was you.
Yeah, and now I live. Yeah, I mean, what, like
right around the corner.
right around the corner
Yeah.
from that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've always lived right around the corner.
I've
from
always
that,
lived
but
right around the corner, but now I'm even closer.
He moved out of his parents' house and he moved literally like around the block.
Oh, funny. The stretch of the coast though is so
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just recently started to discover that through stand-up paddleboard. Where you launch. We call it Blowhole Beach. You launch right there.
yep,
Super easy launch, and then you do that all the way to Montero Beach.
yeah,
And those nooks and crannies, and we call them
That's so
mermaid
cool.
pools, are unbelievable.
yeah. That's a spot where, I mean, growing up, I didn't go down to that beach a whole lot growing up. Went down there, jumped in, swam around every once in a while, but ever since I started living like right there, I mean,
Yeah.
it's 100 yards
Yeah.
from my front door to get onto that trail to walk down to the beach. And like, yeah, we've just got I steal my brother's little kayak, launch out there,
Yeah.
cruise around.
You
It's
go
awesome.
through that cave and then up through along the point too. You go down the beach and then you head down the south and you go through that cave and then you can climb up.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can do that one too. Yeah.
It's we used to surf out there all the time. I mean, people still surf down there, but that was my backyard for surfing as well.
Yeah, a
Anyway.
lot of, living there, I still, maybe once a month I see some people surfing down
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Not a whole lot of people, but when the swell's right,
Yeah.
It seems like a
people
pretty
are down there.
gnarly beach to go surf.
Oh, high tide only.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
so many
some
rocks in there.
Big boulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching like Billy Hamilton and his buddies. They used to always like walk down from their house on California, go surfing down there, and I just remember watching them always just like finish the wave and like do backflips off the board, and I'm like, dude, there's so many rocks around there. like why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a great place to watch surf though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, it is.
Right there.
Yeah. What do you think, John? The kids are out. They're ding dong ditching and teepeeing again. This is a fun time. They're not picking up plums, but
No plumbing.
We had this-
No plumbing.
we had this dumb idea when we were little. There was a plum tree near our house, and we're like,
I think it was in front of my house, wasn't it?
was it in front of your
we
house?
had a plum tree in front of my house.
It might have been in front of your house. We had this great idea. We're like, we're not egging. It seems like it's fun. We'll grab plums and we'll throw plums at people's houses.
Plums are pretty hard.
John is Chase's uncle.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty, like you said, I'm pretty sure we got it right there.
Yeah.
We're like, and they would just explode on the side of the house. And I felt bad after I got home. I'm like, to my parents, they're like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't think we did a good thing. I'm like, we threw plums at Jon Lowings' house. And my dad's like, oh, get in the truck. Like that took me down and talked to John. And my dad's like, you have them all. They'll be here tomorrow morning for yard work. So we spent the whole next day scrubbing his house, doing yard work in the backyard.
That's awesome.
Funny.
I left a bucket of plums in front of my house for the next day, just in case if they want to plumb it again.
Get some free labor.
Just in case.
Just
a little temptation.
Yeah, the infinite yard work.
Yeah.
Oh, and at the time he had a little bike track in the backyard. So like when we finished our yard work, we'd like, oh yeah, let's get our bikes.
Oh my god,
Everybody
was
would,
so funny.
Nice.
It wasn't just in the backyard; it was around the whole house. You remember, we come blasting through the garage, over the steps.
Yeah, back where your ADU is now, you'd wrap all the way around.
Yeah,
and go back out front.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was so funny.
What well, back onto the topic of your favorite local spots. But what are some spots you would recommend families to go check out?
Absolutely. We were just talking about by your house. Montero Lighthouse Beach is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, that's great.
It's so beautiful. I hope I'm not giving away secret right there because
that's no secret. Everybody sees the gate. And they're like, oh my god, we can't go in there.
Do not enter. Turn around. Go back.
It's California. Mandatory beach access.
100%. You need the state beach on that beach.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, that one is unbelievable. So we have predominantly northwest winds. So our beaches you're looking to get out of that wind a little bit. Montero Lighthouse State Beach is a great one for a couple hours. That was my go-to when my kids were younger. Nobody's ever there. I would bring them there, strip them naked, super safe, super fun. Bunch of little caves they can go through. Great tide pooling, great sand. That's a big part of decision for my beaches. You really want the big grainy sand, which comes off real easy. You don't want that jetty sand that just finds their places everywhere. You know, find that in your bed sheets 3 weeks later. That's a fantastic one. An all-day beach. I really love Miramar underneath the bridge. Easy access, flat, safe beach, super great. I'm actually looking forward to when they're opening up Tenitas again. That beach is unbelievable.
With bathrooms.
With bathrooms this time.
100%. Claire won't have to go to the cave.
No, Claire's cave. They do have a fantastic access if you park on the east side of the highway and then walk underneath the bridge to get down there. Call it the Jungle Trail, and it's a little bit of everything to get down there. And it feels someplace exotic because it's so green and lush. You have to climb ropes, cross creeks, and you open up to this beautiful beach. And Tenitas is a super safe beach. I love Bean Hollow, Pescadero. There are so many amazing beaches. Part of the reason that I want to come and do this is because I always get parents asking me, like, oh, you should write a book about all the beaches you go to. And I'm like, that doesn't fit into my 3 things that I'm really good at. So, no, that's not going to happen.
Also just like look at the state beaches coming down the coastline and
go explore.
You know,
100%. Yeah. But I feel like a lot of parents just are not comfortable being around beaches and picking them out and going out. They kind of do want, here's what to expect. Here's what to stay away from. Here what you can do, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, I mean, right on this topic of just bringing kids to beaches, I think, you know, a lot of parents have a lot of hesitation when it comes to bringing their kids to the beaches, especially if they aren't, let's just say, you know, super experienced with the ocean in general.
Yeah.
I mean, ocean safety has got to be a huge thing with you, and I'm sure you instill some of that into the kids. I mean, if you just had to give a little quick ocean safety seminar, what would you say?
Yeah. Thank you for that question. It's so important. I get that every single week. I got that today. My daughter's a good swimmer, but we don't want her in the ocean. Having the ocean is the best recreation field for our kids in this area. We don't have great parks. I love how we have like this ground roots bike riding that has been led by, your dad and some other people. We don't have a lot of venues for recreation. To miss out on the ocean for these families because of the fear-mongering media, which it is, it's really sad. Ocean is so fun. I've had thousands and thousands of hours of great times in the ocean. My kids have had thousands and thousands of hours of great time in the ocean. It is so fun out there, from playing in the whitewater, surfing, mermaid pools, bowling alley, lazy river, just everything. And not to have that in part of your repertoire of things to do with your kid is such a shame, especially when the ocean is a safe spot 90% of the time.
Yeah.
People focus on when it's not a safe time. Do drownings happen? Yes. They're happening because people are in spots where they're not meant to be when they're not meant to be there.
Yeah. Cowl on a big winter day.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. That's funny you brought that up. We don't have sleeper waves on the coast except for at Cal's Ranch.
Yeah.
That's the only spot where we have these true sleeper waves that come in uninterrupted, unidentified, come all the way up. Sleeper wave is when you can't see it, essentially.
Yeah.
It's not a breaking wave where the whitewater happens. There's no reef out there. There's no sandbar out there. So it's coming from really deep water. It washes all the way up to the beach and then pulls people out.
Yeah.
As far as the question of how to enjoy real quickly, safely, you want to look at the clues that the ocean gives you as far as, is the sand steep? Does it go down steep? If the waves come up fast, they're going to go back down fast. We call it scalloping, when the beach scallops, when it goes up to a pinnacle and then back down to a pinnacle, up to a pinnacle and back down to a pinnacle. That's the natural process of beach erosion. And what happens is these waves come in, they go up everywhere, and then they go back down to these low areas and then drag back out. And those low areas are dangerous, right? Like you have all this water coming in, they're going to fill up those low areas and then pull back in again. One quick story, I was surfing Kelly Street and I saw a family playing one of these low spots, and I'm like, dang it, the waves are going off. I'm going to go tell this family. So I go in there, run down the beach. I'm like, hey, you guys, if you're going to play with the ocean, which is great, but you're in the wrong spot. And the dad kind of gave me like a stink eye, like, what are you talking about? And sure enough, a wave comes in. Kids get swept out real quick,
Yeah.
just so fast. I'm like, hey, so if you want to do this, great. Play on the top part where the water pulls away.
Well, Kelly is such a gnarly spot to have such easy access to.
Yeah.
Like, it gets overlooked. I mean, it's probably one of the gnarlier beaches on the coast.
Yeah.
And it's got the big state parks, parking lot. It's got such easy access. You just walk right down. But in terms of bringing your kids to the beach, it's got to be one of the worst possible spots.
And it's also the very first spot from 92.
Yeah.
It gets just inundated with people.
Generally where the people that do drown kind of get sucked out.
Yeah. So back on that question of safety, if it's low tide, usually you're safe. If it's flat beach, you're usually safe. If it's dry, you're not going to get wet. There's clues that you can look around that will help you decide if it's safe or not. And before you send your kids out, spend a few minutes just looking at the ocean, looking at the patterns. I can give a big long lecture of how the swell happens, the safety, whatever. But I feel like you look at the beaches and pay attention to the clues, and you can make a proper decision for yourself. A lot of parents like, oh my gosh, don't ever go to Montera. It's so unsafe. Montera on a low tide where you get those super shallow shoals and the waves come It's the best time ever.
And
It's
the water's nice and clear. And,
so clear. It's the best time ever.
And sometimes there's those like nice sandbars that go pretty far out on a
the
low tide.
the sand shoals. Yeah. So
That's
the
awesome.
sandbars, it's so fun out there. You know,
Yeah.
you have like, so Montero, you have a cross current. The waves come in. They have to go somewhere. That water has to go somewhere. So they either run north or south, and that creates a little channel. And on the other side of that little channel, there's these super shallow sandbars that are just so fun to play around with. As far as safety with the kids and the parents, low tide's the best because all that energy is being dispersed on the outside sandbars. Flat beaches are the best because they don't have that heavy drag back out. And pay attention to the swell during the winter times when we have the big northern swells. Just pay attention, and don't believe the media when it says, "Oh, stay away from the beach." I feel the beach is safe on those conditions 90% of the time. There are some days, I'd say probably about 20 to 30 days of the year max.
Let's just stay away.
Stay away.
Yeah.
Stay away. Yeah, stay away. As a matter of fact, that last really big swell when it was like 22nd at 22, 20 foot at 22 second or something.
Well, like 2 weeks ago?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, during the winter time.
Okay.
This when Aloe got that really massive wave.
Yes. We go down to Bean Hollow, which is by far the best place to watch big waves because you are literally a stone throw away from these giant waves. You know, Mavericks is great to watch these little blips catching waves, but Bean Hollow, if you want to go out and feel the energy and feel the mist and the craziness of big waves, is by far the best spot. I always take my kids out to Bean Hollow to watch the waves when there's a big swell. We get out there, I'm like, somebody's dying today. Like, I've never seen the ocean this big.
Yeah.
Never seen the ocean this big. So.
Wow.
Crazy.
Sweet. Well, thank you for that little
ocean
safety seminar.
And I could go into a lot longer of it, and I get it all the time from concerned community members like, oh, your kids shouldn't be in the ocean. I'm like, no, they really should be in the ocean. You know, this is an incredible area to experience, such an incredible fun thing to do with kids.
Yeah.
And when you take that off your life because of media and the scare tactics of media,
And a couple Caltrans signs.
that have been there all the time, all day long.
Yeah.
It was absolutely flat. Yeah, totally. 100%. It's like, oh my gosh, let's put those signs up when we really need it, right?
Yeah.
Let's get some ambassadors.
Get them at Mavericks Beach when there's actually swell.
It's something, right? Yeah, that's so funny.
Well, you've mentioned that you want to run Coastal Adventures as long as you possibly can. What makes you want to commit to that? Because a lot of people, that's a scary commitment, and you're doing what you love. So
I'm so blessed to have the life that I have. I'm so happy. Most times when I go on vacation, I'm like, I'm done. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to see the kids. Not just my kids, but the kids that I miss, you know, and I formed such great relationships with them. I'm with them, my after school program, 3 hours a day, 3 quality hours a day, you know. I formed such great relationships with them. We have such a great time. And you end up missing people that you don't see, you know. It's so I'm so content and so happy with my life. I have no reason to change.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This is kind of off topic now, but where's one of your favorite places to travel in the world, out of your world traveling?
For sure, it's Yosemite, hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Not just because that's where your first date was and where you proposed.
That's right. That is right. It is. It's incredibly beautiful, majestic. It's awe-inspiring. It's humbling if it's done properly.
Yeah.
And there is definitely a way to do it properly. We go there several times a year. That's where I met my wife. That's where I asked her to marry me.
And you just went with Sam like a month ago or something?
With Claire up there.
Claire, yeah.
Claire,
Yeah.
yep.
For people listening that don't know, John's wife Michelle was on the podcast a couple episodes ago.
Yeah. And she had a bridge version of the story how we met there and everything.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah.
Let's hear the real version.
You want to hear the
Yeah.
So we had a class together, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I really like this girl. She's beautiful. She's just up there, elegant. And I had zero game. So, and I knew she liked me a little bit, so I concocted this big plan. All right, I'm going to go home. I didn't have a car at the time. I'm going to go home, get my parents' Saturn, bring it back. I'm going to sit right next to her when everybody's deciding on what car to go up to Yosemite. We had this incredible field trip, up to Yosemite, week-long trip where we brought all of our bikes. And to get up there, we needed to have our cars. And so I go home, catch a ride home, quickly turn around, get in the car in my parents' Saturn and drive back and stop off at Castroville for my traditional $5 for 2 Big Mac burgers, cheap, being a college student. And I go to start the car and it doesn't start. And I'm like, oh my God, there goes my dream wife. Vanishing away. There she goes. I'm like, oh shit. Leaving the next day. It's like 8:00 at night and I'm in Castroville. No AAA, no nothing, I'm like, my God. And I'm like, okay, right across the street is a Round Table Pizza. I'm going to go there and just grab a pitcher of beer. This is it. I'm so bummed out. Like, this is it. I'm going to go there, grab a pitcher of beer. I'm just so bummed out, like missing the trip, missing my opportunity, missing everything. So I quickly drink the beer, ready to spend the night in the Saturn. It's like 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night by now. And I'm like, let me just give this thing a try one more time. And sure enough, fire that thing up. I'm like, okay, I've had, like 4 beers, 5 beers. I got a long drive ahead. And I'm like, fuck it, let's just go. So after a pitcher of beer, I get there and place myself right by her. I'm like, I got a car. And she looks at me, I'll go with you. And,
nice.
It
That's a way better story.
it was not just me showing up with a car. It was me concocting this big idea of going home, getting the car. It was just like...
did you ever tell her that? Of course, I'm sure you
did.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
And then while we're on the topic, that's how we met. And then the day that I decided I wanted to marry her, after college, we've been dating in college, and after college we go down to Costa Rica, and we spend 10 weeks down in Costa Rica, just going from town to town. And this was, 30 years ago when Costa Rica was still rural, and I feel like it hadn't been developed. And we went to this huge music festival, and it was like 100,000 people, and it's so crazy. And we wake up the next day and we're like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Up on the bulletin board, we see like this little flyer, which was like garden estate vacation rental, $10 a night.
Wow.
And my wife was working in the agriculture industry, and she was kind of fluent in Spanish, and she calls up on the phone and speaks Spanish, and like, okay, they're going to be here in an hour. And we hang up on the phone, and sure enough, they come pick us up, and they bring us to like this in the middle of nowhere boondock town of, they had the cattle and the horses and everything like that. And they had this one shanty community center-ish. And they had a couple of these real shady bungalows up in the hills. And they had kids. And of course I go start playing with the kids, and we're playing soccer, and our little bungalow wasn't ready yet. And playing soccer, and I take off my shoes and playing soccer with the kids, and the bungalow gets ready, and we go up there, and there is like a giant scorpion on the wall, and some kid starts hitting the scorpion with like this broom, and it doesn't kill it. It like knocks it to the ground, and I swear this thing comes straight at me. And my wife is in between me and the scorpion, and the thing's running at me, and then all of a sudden she just like smacks it with her flip-flops on. She squishes it. I'm like, oh my God, this chick is rad. It was unbelievable. I'm like, I am marrying her.
Yeah.
This is my girl.
That's
yeah,
epic.
it was cool. It was such an amazing trip to go there and experience Costa Rica before I feel like the big boom went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you buy the ring like right when you got back, or was it a
No,
little time after?
it takes me forever to do anything. No. It's it took me forever.
Yeah.
And I did buy the ring, and I'm walking up. I wanted to ask her on top of Yosemite Falls, and I had these cargo shorts, and I had the ring loose, and I'm like,
Just loose in one of the
just,
cars.
yeah.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
walked up 2,000 feet with the hands in my pocket the entire way. 'Cause I was just holding on to the ring in my cargo shorts. Super nervous, sweaty palms, everything. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, back to your point of fantastic trips. Anyone listening out there, best swim hole on planet Earth is underneath Yosemite Falls. It's 9 out of 10 scampering to get down to it, but once you're underneath there, you're underneath these falls that go down 2,000 feet across this granite slab into these big, giant swimming holes. You have to do it on the right time. It has to be later in the season, obviously, but
Yeah.
we go up there. You have incredible views of Yosemite Valley with a 2,000-foot fall on your head. It's unreal. So that's back on daily trips that we go
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, when it comes to all these kids that you've had come through the program, I mean, I'm sure you're at the point where a lot of them are old enough and you might see them around town and they're so stoked on, like, remember this trip that we did? I mean, we see it with Gavin, remember when we went here, when we went with the air. What's something that you really hope these kids take away from their time with you?
To have fun.
Yeah.
To have fun. Life is a gift. We don't know when it's going to be taken away. We don't know what's going to happen. We do know that we are here now and just to have fun, to enjoy it. That's the only thing I want. That's the only priority that I have for myself.
Yeah.
My first is for my kids. My second is for my wife. My third is for me, and that's to have fun. It's everything else comes and goes, but your experience, and you better make sure you have fun while you're here. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you go to sleep happy.
Oh,
so
definitely. Those kids are going to sleep easy after a
they
day like
sure
that.
are. Except for that poor girl that had a 2-hour nap today. She might be up.
Yeah, she might.
No, just enjoy what we have. It's so precious and so lucky to have it.
Yeah.
Special.
Definitely.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, in a way, you're doing this. But if you could design the future of youth outdoor education or family recreation on the coast, what would that look like? What's your dream for that?
More parks. More parks. If you think about what Half Moon Bay has as far as parks, compared to you go over to other cities and other communities, it's pretty lackluster. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of the recreation has been self-grown, self-motivated. As far as our biking community, right? Look at what Quarry Parks has done. It's all self-grown, right? Look at the surfing community. It's all self-grown. Half Moon Bay is definitely lacking in parks. Sam plays football out in Idaho. We go out there. The amount of parks, unreal. Fantastic parks. Not just one pump track, several pump tracks. Not one disc golf, several disc golf. Playgrounds, picnic. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. You go to these different communities that aren't as wealthy as Half Moon Bay, but have these incredible parks. It's what's going on here. So more green grass. Green grass is not a bad thing for kids. We don't have any grass for kids to play on here. I feel like just better parks for this area would be huge.
Yeah.
Everything else is golden for these kids.
Yeah.
You know, it's not by accident I'm back here. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just want to touch on a bit earlier how you were talking about, I guess, just like kind of flaws in the education system. How you were mentioning, just when you were a teacher, you just weren't really happy because you have to stick in the structure. I mean, what would you change in these kids' education if you could? I mean, I don't know. Pick one thing that you just think is kind of ridiculous. You want to change it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How about a 30-to-1 teacher to child ratio?
Yeah.
There's the number one. True learning comes from one-on-one experiences with kids. I do miss that learning light bulb when you see that learning happen, that education happen with kids. Like, oh my gosh, you can see the twinkle in their eye.
Yeah.
Like, I get it right now.
You can't see it when there's 40 kids in the classroom.
You can't see it when
Yeah.
there's 40.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really happen when it's 40. It happens on one-on-one. To have a one-on-one experience, 5 minutes experience with one child of a classroom and 30 kids, it can't happen. Can't happen.
Yeah.
To change something, I'm really looking forward to see how AI is integrated with a classroom. It's already happening. It's already incredibly successful. The education system needs to adapt to allow these changes, technology changes to happen. Something needs to change with our educational process. Our official system started during the industrial era where everybody was meant to be in rows, everybody was meant to raise their hand, everybody was meant to follow these certain protocols. That's no longer needed. You need to have a wide open understanding of children's learning behaviors, interests, adapting to that, and I'm hoping that AI can help that out. Not all kids learn the same. I was in special education through Cunha, right?
Yeah.
Not all kids learn things at the same rate. I can't tell you how many times I get certain parents that will come up to me and say, oh my gosh, my kid's not reading. He's, 6 years old, and these other kids, 6-year-old kids are reading. I'm like, it's okay. They're all their own people. They all learn differently. Everything that they are meant to be is correct. It's our systems, our beliefs, our attitudes that are wrong.
Yeah.
Each child is the way they are meant to be, the way humans perceive that child, the way our education system perceives that child is the flawed one. I feel like it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully the schools can adapt with AI and utilize that better so we can get more one-on-one with each child.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel
a great
I
way
feel
of putting
I
it.
feel bad for these teachers that have 30 kids. I have, summertime I have 20 kids. We're outside. We have 3 adults, and it's still work. So
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, where do you see yourself in 10 to 20 years?
hopefully here.
Yeah.
It's I am getting older. It's I get sore after playing with the kids. I'm super tired after playing today. It's I love seeing my son following on with his father's footsteps. It used to be John. Now it's Sam, just in the background, which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
That's
He's
epic.
so great with the kids.
Yeah.
He's incredible with the kids. Once again, I feel like I've created this life that I absolutely love and don't want to change.
Yeah.
Don't want to change. Maybe a vacation a little bit more, but every
Yeah.
time I'm on vacation, I'm like, I wonder how the surf is at home. I kind of miss little Charlie and Leroy. It's I just enjoy my life so much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
time
yeah,
out of
yeah.
your day
Yeah.
to come
Thank you
bullshit
so
with
much.
us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to tell the people where to find you? That could be business address,
Yeah,
website,
yeah, it's,
socials.
kidscoastaladventures.com. It's just if parents or anybody has any questions about other great spots to take kids, I feel like we didn't, barely touched on that. And if they want some great adventures, please reach out to me. I know and love this coast probably more than, not love it, but probably know this coast more than anybody else, because I'm on there all the time.
Yep.
Every day I'm on the beach somewhere. Cool. So
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, guys.
Hell yeah, John.
Yep.
Thank you. And good.
We are back. Just a little recap for Jon Lowings' episode.
Yep. Very insightful.
Yeah, I mean, salt of the earth, just a good guy. Crazy. It's like he just cares so much about the kids having fun.
Yeah.
I mean, like one of my main takeaways is mention something about parents, and he's like, "No, I don't give a shit about the parents.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm here to have the kids have fun." Which, like, of course, John respects the parents who are paying him for this, but like, yeah, he's so dedicated to letting these kids have fun.
I mean,
it's insane.
It's super cool to watch him carry out the vision. Like, he told us what the vision was initially, and it wasn't picking up at first. So he's like, "Dad, I need some money to get going."
Yeah.
And it's not like he made a change when he needed money. He knew in his gut that it was going to work.
Yeah, it just took a little bit of time.
Yeah. And I mean, we kind of touched on it in the episode, but like how nowadays people are always saying, "Oh, I wish it was how it used to be." Like, his camp is exactly how it used to be.
Yeah. You
And
take
it's
kids,
so special.
you take kids to a safe place and just let them run around.
Yeah.
Like, it's so simple.
Yeah.
And clearly it works so well. I mean,
yeah. Plus, there's something to be said about the whole, like, when you're that young and you go around and you explore your home, your land, you know, like where you're based.
Yeah.
And you get to know it, like these little spots, and then every time you're driving Highway 1, you're like, "Oh, that's where we were. That's where it is." And then later on, like, who knows? John might be introducing these kids to places that they take their first girlfriend on the first date with.
Exactly. And not only that, but just like, I think especially like, I know that I am not one with the ocean. I'm a fish out of water when I am in the ocean, and it's, I still have a lot of fun, surf every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that, like, what he's doing to these kids and exposing them to just go fucking jump in.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so epic, and those kids will take that with them the rest of their life. They'll have a comfort with the ocean that, 98% of the population on this planet does not have.
Yeah.
And that's insanely cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's inspiring how much he cares about what he does.
Yeah.
And like the whole thing, it's funny because everybody we've asked that we're like, "Where do you see yourself in 10 to 20
He's like
years?"
doing the same thing.
Yeah, but everybody else has had like this like answer. Like Hogan's like, "I want to be traveling. I want to be somewhere," and he's just like, "I fucking love what I do."
He's so content with what he does. He's so content with his life, whether that's like, his kids, his wife. He's just, and I mean, we saw it with Michelle too.
Yeah.
I mean, she's content with what she does. She loves what she does. She loves her family. It's it's special.
Yeah, and I mean, we did touch on it in the episode, but it's the first husband and wife duo we've had on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them.
Yep.
That's how interesting they are.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, great episode.
Yep.
If you have kids and you're looking for childcare, definitely hit up Coastal Adventures.
Send them to John.
Send them to John. He'll introduce them to the land, and he'll introduce it in a safe manner. So, yeah. Thanks for listening. Between Shifts team. Oh, also, you might have noticed in the past 2 episodes now, Ian's been out. Ian had knee surgery. He can't make it up the stairs. Actually, he can't get out of bed. But yeah, so Ian will be back in a little while. For right now, he's on leave. He's behind the camera.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for listening. Hope you guys are having a great day. Later. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Once again, we're brought to you by Bikeworks HMB, your one-stop shop for bike service, sales, and rentals in Half Moon Bay, California. Whether you're on the mountain, road, or low on battery, Bikeworks HMB has your back. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help support this podcast, please feel free to reach out to us at
betweenshiftspod@gmail.com. The link will be in the description. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. GT signing off.